too high. Come and talk to me. I really want to be. Can I talk to you? I really want to. I put it all on her. I get it right back. She put it all on me. I couldn't fight.
What's up, family? It's your big sis T Renee, and I am back today with another story. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hey, I'm hoping that one day you find something on this platform that resonates with you and make you want to come back and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being loyal. I hope you enjoyed today's video as in others. And again, y'all, thank y'all so much to everybody that tunes in and engages with my channel. I know you all are here for a story time, and that's exactly what I want to give you. But before we get to that, go ahead and drop down below in that comment section. Leave a hey girl, hey, what's up, big sis? All comments are always welcome, but make sure y'all keep them respectful. As you all have already seen the title, you have an idea of what this story time is going to be about. So let's get to that. So today I basically want to give y'all a story time about a time that I had a bad excursion experience, and it's the time that I went on a cruise with my family and a friend of the family. I recently just gave y'all this story time, so if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I'm going to make sure I link that down below in the comments section. I'm going to make sure I will link that video in the description. Also, you can go to my playlist section and look at travel story times, and y'all make sure y'all catch up on all the videos there if you haven't already done so. And I'll just put like the little thumbnail right up here in the top of the screen somewhere. Again, y'all make sure y'all go back and check out my past story times. There's some good ones there. Yeah, they all good to me. They all happen in real time. But anyway, so yeah, so y'all make sure y'all go check out all my story times. Anyway, y'all, so I kind of like mentioned this in the prior story time when we went on the family cruise trip, the girls trip, the family girls trip that we went on. So basically, we like I said, we was going on a trip to the Bahamas, and we all were supposed to do everything as a group. I mean, that's what the plans normally are. I mean, I feel like that's something you should do, especially when y'all all want to be on one accord. So originally, we all was gonna book our excursions at the same time, but I don't know what happened. Like, it's so important to make sure everybody communicating on the same page at all times. But anyway, my folks, my cousin, them ended up going ahead and booking their excursion without us, and we missed the deadline. It was like me, my mom, and my big sis, my cousin, my older cousin, who's like a little older than my mom, her daughter, which is like my big sister's age, and a friend of the family, which is my big cousin's friend. Like, anyway, so yeah, it was us. And the only reason why I ended up on this trip was because they pretty much pressured me into going, because the friend of the family, which I gave her the name Sarah, she wanted to go, and she needed somebody to room with her because it would make the room purchase much cheaper. So that's just a little background about how that ended up happening when I really didn't even want to go. I felt like I was pressured to go. I just didn't want to go. I don't know how I let them talk me to it. But anyway, so moving forward, we ended up not being able to book our excursion. I was like, you know what? We can just try to book something when we get off the boat, because there are options. And so the day comes to when we get off the boat or whatever on the first, like the first stopover, which was in, I think, in Progresso or something like that. I can't remember where it was, honestly, y'all. But yeah, we end up going to this booth, and it shows like excursion rentals. It shows all kinds of little things like rentals for different scooters and things, excursions. They have this section for that, and they have people that may be legit and may not be legit, but they have to have some type of license to transport people around. So I'm guessing it's legit, but you still have to be careful with that, because you just never know who you're going to get, y'all. I'm gonna say it again. I've said it before. Always book your excursions through the cruise line. Don't book off the cruise line. Yeah, it may be cheaper, and yeah, it may be a situation. It may be a situation like my family went through, where we missed the deadline. Y'all have to catch that deadline when they post it on that, because they're gonna have the app when you book when y'all book y'all cruise. Like, you have an app you can download, and it tells you everything you need to know. Like, we just missed that. Like, we just missed the time. And my thing is, if somebody else knew that they were going to pay, they should have just said, hey, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead and get y'all excursion. I don't even think that even happened. It don't matter. But anyway, so yeah, the day comes, at first we was a little hesitant because we was like, we don't know, y'all. We probably just can chill back over here in the little shops and things like that, in the straw market over here, and wait on them to come back, or we do our own thing, because basically the boat is docked in a place where it's easily accessible for us to go back if we just want to go back in. But who's going to do that on something you paid all your money to do? You want to explore everything. So yeah, we wanted to. And then the thing about it, when you get off the boat at these certain ports that they have designed mostly for cruise passengers, the stuff is like very overpriced. It's basically a tourist trap. I call them tourist trap. Everybody know about tourist trap. They jack the prices up because they know we coming in and we're gonna spend some money, and they feel like, oh, a lot of us are rich anyway. Like, people in these countries be feeling like, oh, we're rich because we can afford to fly out and come to these places. Well, honestly, a lot of people be penny pinching their money, saving their money to come because they want to see the world. You know what I'm saying? So, they always assume that. But anyway, so yeah, we end up booking that excursion because we saw some other people that was there from the US, of course. It was like these couples. It was like, we're going and we still have room. It was like, okay, well, we're gonna go with y'all, So yeah, we're waiting around for a good little minute. It's hot as hell, y'all. It's so hot in the Bahamas. I mean, it's hot anyway because it's over in that region. It's going to be hot, and this was like September. I said August, but y'all, it was like September, the week of September 11th. That's when this was. So, it's, it's super hot in September. But anyway, so yeah, the time eventually comes for us to get in the van, to go to our excursion. Small ass van, tight as hell, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I link a van somewhere to how this van look like. Like I've mentioned in my story time, I lost a lot of the footage. I'm not gonna say I necessarily lost it. Well, you can't say I lost it because it was trash. It was damaged. And I did a lot of my recording on my GoPro, and I've never had issues with my GoPro. And I like my GoPro because it does have wonderful video quality, and it's for action. And I feel like that's the best camera to have around. Something small and compact. I can easily put it away if I don't want to have it out. And most people going to not be so prone to target me with their camera. That's just my opinion. Not saying they can't do that. You got pickpockets and crooks everywhere. But I just feel like it's just something I can easily, hold in my hand and my little, on the little tripod that it comes with. And it's kind of discreet. But that wasn't the issue. It's just that somehow my editing software just messed up my video footage, and once you upload stuff to YouTube, it changes the quality sometimes. Even though on the GoPro everything is in 4K, I don't know what happened, y'all. But anyway, so yeah, we in the van. We have an issue as soon as we're trying to get up in there. It's tight as hell. I'm having to sit on like this little half a seat with somebody, and it's like a little arm thing, and the man's like, don't break my arm thing. I said, so what the hell you want me to do? You agreed that all of us can fit in this van, and it's tight as hell up in here. Like, it's not another vehicle. Y'all, the man was so damn rude, and it's like, I'm like, damn, you trying to call me fat bitch? Like, I don't really care if somebody trying to insult me on some stuff like that, but it's just the fact that the man had the nastiest attitude from the beginning. And it wasn't just me that he was being rude, so it's like he was being rude as hell to all the women. And then we're American women. And a lot of these places, these men feel like women shouldn't have an opinion or shouldn't say too much. Like, that's exactly what he gave off. And so instantly, we going back and forth with him. We ain't even really left the little section when we got in the van. And like, we haven't even left the parking slot. And so you're like, you know what? We're not already spending our money. Let's try to make the most of it and go. So, we going over to the first little location, whatever. He's talking about different things around the city. Basically giving the tour because that's what he's doing. He's giving us a tour. And you can't really see much or film anything because we're in this damn little ass, old ass van. I just felt so uncomfortable. It was hot as hell up in there. It's like the air was barely pushing out. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, my thing is, if you know you don't have proper working air conditioner in your vehicle, you should not be doing tours or try to find another vehicle. Like, I feel like people just so greedy and money hungry. And I have to realize, like, you know what, this is not the most reputable company because it's something off of the boat. So it's something that we purchased outside of the cruise. So, you know, we're trying to really just make the most of the little money that we just spent on this. But I was so ready to get out that van. Like, the experience was terrible. And that's not even just the fact that he was being rude and we couldn't really see in there and it was hot as hell. He was driving so crazy, y'all. Like, he was just whipping through the streets. I understand you comfortable, but we are foreign passengers here. Like, you cannot be driving like that with us up in here. You know what I'm saying? You could kill all of us. And so, anyway, it comes a point where we end up going to, like, no, we went there. So, yeah, he took us to the Atlantis. Atlantis is this really nice hotel, resort, or whatever. I try to make sure I link that somewhere. It's very beautiful, very nice. He drops us off there. We only probably had maybe 30 to 40 minutes. And he was like, y'all got to be back where I drop y'all off at or you're going to get left. We just walked around. They had some little high-end stores and things in there. Y'all, the man ended up coming back late to get us. He wasn't extremely late, but he was later than the time he told us. And so it's like as soon as he came back, you can tell that he didn't took a hit or something. Like, you just know people that does recreational activities. And I'm not talking about just no tree. This wasn't tree that he was on. His whole demeanor like changed. Oh, I skipped off some stuff. He actually drove us down through certain neighborhoods, and you can tell that this probably was a neighborhood that he stayed in because he stopped somewhere and everybody was speaking, hey, what's up, what's up? Everybody knew this man. And he was saying something about, like, I'm going to be right back, I'm going to be right back. Not you up here taking us to go link up with your homies and you giving us a tour. Y'all, this shit was just so ghetto. It's like, oh my God, what is this man doing? I couldn't believe what was happening. And so anyway, we going on. We end up going to like this liquor store and they telling us about the local drinks. You know, a lot of places, they have like local beverages that they try to promote to get to people to buy and all that. So we end up going in there. My folks got some stuff or whatever. Somebody else got some stuff. Like I said, I was just in that phase at that point where I was trying to like wean myself off of alcohol. Not saying I won't ever drink it again. I don't really know. But at this point, I've been doing really well not doing that. And yeah, I was just in that point, like, I didn't really want to drink a whole lot. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't buy anything. Like I said, we ended up going to the Lennox place. He finally gets us. And he was pissed off from the conversation we had at the liquor store because we got into it with him again at the liquor store. Like, my mom was really with it. She was ready to get in that man's ass. He was so rude and disrespectful to us women and minded us. And so it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this man is really doing this to us. Like, he is really being rude and disrespectful to us. And then it ain't too much we can do about it because we're in a foreign country and we paid our money to be on here. Granted, if he would have got out of hand, we could have called the police, but you still never know. Like, them people be for their people. We could have been over there and real been victims, and they still would have did whatever they could have done to us to defend their citizen. Like, I say, try your best to not get into any criminal activity, just try your best to stay out of trouble when you visiting these places because you just never know. Like, I don't trust the police, you know, departments that these places have. Like, you just never know what they might try to do to you. A lot of these people be in cahoots with each other to try to extort people for money and all kinds of things. Like, I do not trust that. So we was trying our best to just be chill, but at the same time, let him know, like, we're American women and we don't have them same rules. And yes, we in your country, but one thing you're not about to do is be disrespectful to us. Talk crazy. The shit he was saying, just no, unacceptable. So anyway, he drives off. Driving fast as hell. Y'all fast, cutting cars off. We like, hurry up and get us back to this damn port because you done lost your damn mind. Like, and at this point, everybody in the car was mad. The men was mad. Even the men started speaking up like, hey, dude, you just slow this shit down. But anyway, thankfully, we weren't done yet. I forgot he picked us up there. He took us to like a straw market. We had a few minutes there. We bought a few little trinkets here and there. We get back in this killer van, y'all. It's super fucking hot at this point. It's like it just completely went out. The air did. It felt like the air just completely went out. And so anyway, yeah. This when he's really started driving crazy. He was whipping through stuff and almost hitting people and shit. Dude, like, where's your brakes? Like, you have a van full of passengers. What are you doing? Like, this is vehicular homicide that you trying to cause here because what? Yeah. That you about to cause. I don't understand. So, y'all, that shit was terrible. Like, do not buy an excursion away from the boat. Make sure you purchase through the cruise. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over. And people, and y'all should feel like that. And it should be that way anyway because it's people that have had situations worse than ours that cause them to miss their cruise boat, miss them getting back on their boat because they held over in their excursion for too long. You have to manage that time. And yeah, you got all these third-party companies. I got a company I love to use, Viator, but when it comes to the cruise, if I ever get back on one, purchasing an excursion outside of that boat is not going to happen. I wouldn't even purchase off Viator. It's not the best move, I feel like. But anyway, so yeah, we eventually get back over to the place where the boat is, and nobody tips this man, y'all. We all here and got the hell up out that damn vehicle. And he was so damn mad. Like, he was so mad. But it don't even matter at this point. You was rude. You was disrespectful. I'm not gonna drag this all out. Just know that it was a very terrible experience. And I did mention that I'm gonna make a story time about what happened or whatever. Y'all, I just wish I would have had the audio because I most definitely was recording on my GoPro when we was in that van. I really wish I had that footage. Man, I hate I ain't got that footage. But anyway, y'all, so let's go ahead and drop down below in that comment section and chat. Maybe y'all have gone through something very similar. Maybe you've had issues with your excursions from the cruise line. Maybe you've had issues with an excursion that has nothing to even do with a cruise, you know. All comments and thoughts are welcome. Just keep it respectful, y'all. But before y'all leave, go ahead and hit the subscription button. If you haven't subscribed but you tuning in, what you doing, baby? It costs nothing for you to subscribe. What it does is help motivate me to want to provide y'all with content. And it also motivates YouTube to push my videos out there in the algorithm, y'all. Also, turn on your post bell notifications so you will know when the next time that I post. And again, thank y'all for tuning in with me. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.